Hey guys, it's Mickey Foley's105, and today I'm gonna give you my like a review or my thoughts on WrestleMania 32, which happened last Sunday. And I know it's a little too late to make this sort of video. I should have made it on Monday or Tuesday, but I didn't really have time, and I'm just making it right now. I know I'm making it's like Saturday, early Saturday. It's a little late, but yeah. So this is my thoughts on it. I'm not gonna talk about every single match, but I'll give you some of the matches, some of the more main matches. So first off, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I know this isn't in complete order, but I'm just giving some. So first of all, I'm going to talk about AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Well, one, I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't really that excited for this match. It wasn't like, oh my god, it wasn't like the Shane McMahon versus Undertaker or any of those matches, or Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar, because I was getting tired of this, rivalry after like first week or two. I just wanted AJ Styles to move on to someone else. But right away, AJ Styles did some good flips and stuff, how he usually does. I know it sounds dumb the way I'm talking about it, but that's just why. So I wasn't like amazingly, but the match went pretty smooth. It wasn't the most exciting match ever, but yeah. So I think Chris Jericho won, I believe. Yeah, I think Chris Jericho won. I'm not really sure, but that's what I remember. Uh, anyway, let's move over to the New Day versus League of Nations. First of all, that was one of my favorite matches first one of my favorite entrances, the New Day entrance in WrestleMania history. One of my favorite, not my favorite. But when they came out of the Budio cereal box, I actually, when I saw that, I was like, what? And I was like, did I really just see the New Day come out of a Budio cereal box? And they had the big Budios things. And League of Nations came out like they regularly did, and it was nothing really special. And of course, League of Nations won. League of Nations won, but what happened? First, Shawn Michaels came out, and then all of a sudden, my dad, if you didn't know, Mick Foley's my dad. I'm not trolling. I'm not joking. Watch some of my more popular videos on my channel. Anyway, my dad came out, Mick Foley, and I was like, wait, what? He's wrestling? And then glass broke, and Stone Cold Steve Austin came out, and I didn't know he was actually gonna be wrestling my dad, Mick Foley. And they all started wrestling and punching. My dad was facing Sheamus and punching him, and it came out. And then they all started. Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin started dancing with the New Day, and Stone Cold Steve Austin stunned him, and stunned Xavier Woods. So that was pretty cool. It was a pretty exciting thing. I was really excited about that, especially mostly because my dad came out. Okay, also, just so you know, this isn't all in order. Anyway, next is Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose street fight. Okay, one, I was expecting a lot for this. I knew he wasn't gonna use a chainsaw. Like, what is he gonna do? Kill him? He's gonna like murder Brock Lesnar? I didn't doubt, but I expected him to use the barbed wire bat. And I thought there would be a little blood. There wasn't any blood, but he didn't use a barbed wire bat, and of course he didn't use a chainsaw. It was a pretty good match, but it was a little disappointing. It was like 10 minutes. I thought it was gonna be at least like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, but it wasn't that long, and it ended just with like, it had like maybe 8 to 10 suplexes, which is a lot, but it failed like my expectations, what I thought it was gonna be. But overall, it was an okay match. It wasn't really a technical match. It was mostly suplexes, but had a good amount of weapons in it. Okay, so next, and just so you know, this isn't in any order of in the thing. I'm just giving some random ones. Next is Charlotte versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch triple threat match for the Women's Championship, not the Divas. It changed at WrestleMania. Anyway, one, I thought Charlotte wasn't gonna win it whatsoever. I thought there was maybe 10-20% chance of her winning, and I thought Sasha was gonna win like a 60-70%, and I mean, not that big, but I thought mostly Sasha was going to win, Becky second, and Charlotte third. But this match was pretty technical, and there was a lot of high flying moves in this. And actually, Becky Lynch had a black eye the next Monday on Raw. Anyway, but somehow Charlotte came out, and I actually, because of course she cheated because of Ric Flair. Ric Flair held Sasha Banks back when Becky Lynch was getting in a submission or a pin or something. And I think it was a submission actually. And yeah, and I didn't really expect her to do that, but yeah, I guess that's just the way it is. But Sasha will get it someday. I get it soon, I bet. Anyway, another one is the Undertaker versus Shane McMahon, uh, in the cell. First of all, it was probably my most hype match, most likely, and I was expecting a lot for it. It wasn't really a technical match. It was just like a few big moves and stuff. With like Shane McMahon doing the the drop kick on the trash can, and that was a pretty cool move. And he did a few big moves. There wasn't like it didn't go extremely smooth. Oh, oh yeah, because Undertaker was can't go as fast as he did. Um, but overall, still a good match. But Shane McMahon's fall off the cell, that was crazy. I was like, oh my god, but I was expecting it to happen. It's kind of like what my dad did in 1998, but this was 4 feet higher. But still, I think I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought this was that was a really big drop. But overall, the match was not like amazing. I actually thought the Divas match was better, but there were some big bumps in this match. But I thought I was expecting a little bit better, but I'm not sure if Undertaker is as can do as much. So lastly, well, not the last match, but talk about the last match on the card in WrestleMania was Triple H versus Roman Reigns for WWE Championship. And we all know it was so obvious that Roman Reigns was going to win. Like, ever since TLC, we knew that they were going to be in a match together and Roman Reigns was going to win. It's just so planned. We already know that. But anyway, other than that, first of all, it wasn't a hardcore match, wasn't anything extremely special. The match it wasn't like extremely technical. It wasn't like a Kevin Owens versus like John Cena sort of match, but it was a little more than average. It was still a pretty good match. It was mostly more the hype, not just the moves, which some of them were. But of course, Roman Reigns came over the top and is the WWE champion. No one was really booing, I heard. It was like a big reaction, but wasn't that much booing. But the next night on Raw, everyone was like, boo. And then he was like, oh, I'm not a bad guy. Whatever. Now, about some of the other matches, I'm going to go, were the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This was actually a pretty big surprise to me because, there was a lot of people, I can't really name all of them currently. Anyway, last year Big Show won. Big Show was in this also. Right away, Shaq comes out. Yes, Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal from NBA comes out, and the last time he came in WWE was like almost 7 years ago. Almost 7 years ago in like the summer of 2009. And he came out and went head-to-head with Big Show. He was like 2 or 3 inches taller than Big Show because he was wearing like these big 4-inch clunky shoes. Anyway, they went head to head, and of course they got knocked out. But they took it all nice and stuff. And Big Show, you could see he put his hand on the back of his back and walked out together. That was pretty nice. Anyway, there was also Baron Corbin and a lot of other people. And basically the match went over. And Baron Corbin, this is his debut in WWE, especially during WrestleMania about Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's actually a really good way to debut. And he won. I was so surprised. I was like, whoa, he won, and I wasn't expecting that because he just is debuting. And yeah, it was overall a pretty good match. It wasn't extremely long, but it was still pretty good. So some other things I weren't expecting was what's called again was the 7-man ladder match. The 7-man ladder match with Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder versus Sin Cara versus The Miz versus Stardust. Right away, you have Kevin Owens is pretty much on top out of all of them, and Zack Ryder's like the least, who's considered a jobber, who's been considered for the last 3 years to be that, or even more, 3-4 years to be one. But in this match, most people knew he probably wasn't going to win. I wasn't really thinking anything. I didn't know who anyone was going to win. And The Miz was at the end. He was on his ladder, but he got knocked off by Zack Ryder, and he got the championship. So, and I was actually so happy because I was like, oh my god, he deserves it so much. He's finally getting a push. Yes, 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 yes. And I was actually really happy that he won. But next Monday on Raw, he lost it to The Miz. But I bet they're gonna get into a rivalry, which they already are, and then he's probably gonna win it back. That's just my prediction. Overall, the match was really good, actually. There was a lot of ladders used and some high-flying moves. Some stuff probably hurt a lot. That was actually might be my favorite match in this thing. Also with the Divas, but I think this is my favorite match in all of the so far in WrestleMania 32. So, surprisingly, I did not see, I'm sorry to say, but I did not see Ryback versus Kalisto. I did not see Ryback versus Kalisto. I didn't get it on in time, and, so all I know, I don't really know who, I don't really know who won. That's surprising. I should look that up. And also, sadly, I didn't see a 10 Diva tag match. Those are only two matches I didn't see in WrestleMania 32, and those are only ones. At least they were only in the WrestleMania 32 pre-show. I didn't see those two matches, but all the other ones I did see. I think. Wait, did I go over the Usos versus Dudleys? I think I maybe did. If I didn't, I don't think I saw that either. But actually, no, I did. But I said I wasn't gonna get to all of them. I got to pretty much most of them. Yeah, I know this is. By the way, I'm also not using my camera because sort of bad lighting here, and also it doesn't have that much battery, no, not battery, film in it. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you liked this video. I know I don't really usually do videos like this talking about a pay-per-view, but I just wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to make a video about it. I know it's kind of a few days late, but, you know, whatever, I just wanted to make it. So, bye guys, I hope you liked this video, and, subscribe. Maybe I should do more of these sort of videos, I don't know, maybe it's not my thing. Anyway, so bye guys, and, see you on my next video. Also, don't forget to check out my drum and guitar channel. I'm gonna be uploading drum and guitar videos, uploaded some already, and, if you like drum and guitar, you might want to watch it, and the link is in the description for my drum and guitar channel, and yeah, I hope you check it out.